Hi guys, welcome to my channel. The name of my channel is Diane's Homemade Style Meals. And tonight, as you saw up in the title, we are going to make homemade sausage gravy. The main ingredients you will need is only 3, and that will be milk, sausage, and flour. And if you want to make biscuits, I can also show you how to do that, but they're going to be out of the can. But I don't have as much time to make the biscuits tonight, so I'm just going to get them out of the can to show you guys how to do them. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to wash my hands real well because I don't have any gloves on. We'll do that first. And this gravy is very, very good. I learned how to make this gravy back when I was a child at home. My mom taught me years ago. And it's a heck of a lot better than what you buy uptown, like you buy the dried in the package. This is just totally, totally different. So if you guys want to learn how to make homemade white gravy, stay with me, please. All right, guys. The first thing we're going to do, I'm going to turn you around over here to the stove, to my stove. Let's see here. All righty. Where are we going to go any further here? All right. Let's see where we're at here. Can you see me? First thing you want to do is get your skillet out. Turn your stove on. Turn your burner on. Let me get my glasses. You want to turn your burner on about kind of high at first, because you're going to get ready to put your sausage in. Now, the sausage that I use for a family, probably maybe 4 to 6, I use a ½ pound of sausage. And what I do is I take my hands, just like you would if you were tearing up hamburger or anything like that. I take my hands and I start just tearing it. I start tearing it in little bitty pieces. And then I'll bring it to my skillet and try to get all that in there in my skillet, like, you know, while it's heating. Now, I need to get a paper towel. You want to get that in there. The first thing we want to do, we want to let that skillet get a little hot before we start doing anything else. While that's heating, I'm going to go ahead and put my flour over here. Which flour, I usually guess, but usually it takes about 4 tablespoons. And you'll slowly add that to your gravy mix. And I will show you how to do that. And I've got about 4 tablespoons or maybe over in this bowl. Also, I do put, because sausage sometimes doesn't put out a whole lot of oil. So usually I do put a little bit of cooking oil in it, about 1/4 of a cup. I put just enough to barely cover the sausage. And then I also put my milk over here. Regular white milk, you can use that. And then you'll need probably a dipper spoon, which this is actually not a dipper spoon, but it's deep enough. And then you'll want to get your little mixer spoon here, the little spiral spoon. So, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I am sizzling over here now. You want to turn your, also, I almost forgot, you want to turn your oven on for your biscuits. You want to turn your oven on to 350. No, that's for the canned biscuits, okay? That's for the canned biscuits. And while that's getting reheated, I'm going to show you how to put the biscuits in your pan and oil it. That way they won't stick. So we've got our pan here. I'm going to turn my burner down on my sausage. We don't want that going real high. I'm going to chop up my sausage now. And I'm going to get this cooking spray. Any type will work. Actually, I would recommend probably the butter spray. You take that and you spray your pan all on the sides, all on the bottom. Make sure you get it not real greasy, but get it good and where they won't stick. Then we're going to get our biscuits. which I usually, I like the jumbos. You guys can use what you want, or sometime I'll come back and I will show you how to make the homemade biscuits. But tonight was kind of I just got off work and, whoa, it popped on me. It popped. Did you see that, guys? It totally popped. Anyway, we're going to put our biscuits now into our pan. So, what I do is I usually put like 3 in a layer. And there's usually, I think, 8 biscuits, I think, in a can. So we're doing that now. And that's that. Okay, we've got our biscuits right here. And they're going to be ready to go as soon as our oven preheats. Now I'm coming over here and I'm stirring. I can't get you guys over any closer, I don't think. Let me pull you down just a little there. Let me get this stuff kind of out of the way. Maybe you can see a little better. Now what I'm doing is I'm cutting up my sausage. Like this. And what makes it a little easier is if you go ahead and add your oil now, because that will make your sausage cook a little quicker. So, like I said, just put about 1/4 a cup. I don't measure, I just do it, because I've made this so many times. Just about 1/4 a cup, just about enough to cover your sausage. So now we're going to, since we've got the oil in, we're going to chop some more. We're going to turn our oven up a little, our stove up a little higher. I got mine on 8. And we're going to let this cook. Now guys, I just started this channel, so I thought I would start out with something that I really know real well. I've always made it since I was a kid, was this homemade white gravy. So hopefully, I do know a lot of homemade recipes, which only consist of usually 2 or 3 ingredients, which most of them you have in your home. So, the grease and my sausage is cooking. Now, while that's cooking, I'd like to tell you that I also have another channel, and it is called Glam Fam. Diane's Glam Fam. And that is, what that is, it is another one of my sites that we and all my subbies, I don't call them, well, they're subbies, but they're my family. We talk about glamour, we talk about makeup, we talk about clothes, styling of clothes, hair tutorials, anything to do with, seems like I'm cutting my head off. Anything to do with glamour, that is our program. That is my other site. I have a real friendly family over there. We'd all like for you to come and join us. And like I said, the name of my program over there is called Glam with Diane's Glam Fam. Diane's Glam Fam. And we would sure like you guys to come in and enjoy. I am going to be doing another video after this one, and that will be on the other channel, on the Glam Fam. And it's going to be about the Eyes Cream makeup box. And I'm telling you what, guys, you've got to see that box. If you love makeup at all, you have got to see that box. It was awesome. It's only $22 a month, and the box that I got this month was overpacked. Alright, okay, back to our cooking. Now, my sausage is done, and I've got my grease cooking. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with 1 tablespoon of flour. We're going to take that and we're going to stir that in. Make sure you get it stirred in really, really good, because you don't want no lumps. No lumps. Alright, it's going to need another one. Tablespoon number 2. How you can kind of tell what you need on the flour is when when your oil and your oil and your flour kind of starts getting just a little thicker, that's when you know that that's probably more than likely that is enough flour to thicken your gravy. Okay, we're going to do one more. Like I said, it usually takes 3 to 4, but it depends on the size. It depends on the amount that you're making too. If you're making a smaller amount, cut that baby in half, guys. Cut it in half. All right, now make sure that you've got that flour mixed in good, because if you don't, you will have lumps. And I'm going to add just one more, because I did make a bigger pan than usual. So I'm going to thicken this. I mean, not thicken it. I'm going to mix this in, letting it cook. Make sure all my lumps are out. Let it simmer just for a minute. And if you want to, you can grab your salt and pepper and go ahead and add some of that to it right now, so that way it can cook in. Which that's what I'm going to do. And what I do, I guess, I just kind of do with the pepper. And then I just do this with the salt. Now, some of you guys may not be able to have salt, you know. But it's still good without it, guys. It's still good without it. Now, you just keep stirring that around. And now we want to get a little hotter. I had it on medium. Now I'm going to turn on kind of pretty high. I'm going to go to almost pretty high there. And I'm going to check and see if my oven's preheated. Nope. No. Well, it might be because I didn't have the oven on. Oh my God. Anyway, you guys, so sorry. I am so sorry. Anyway, you know how to cook. I'm sure you guys know how to cook biscuits out of a can. You just put them in your pan, like I said, make sure it's well greased. And set it in your oven and cook for however long it says. It's usually 350 on the degrees, usually about 8 to 10 minutes. I'm so sorry. But anyway, let's get back to our gravy. Alright. Now, we've got this going pretty good on high. We don't want to burn that sausage, so we're going to get out our milk. Now, milk usually consists, I would say, probably about 3 cups altogether is what you're going to do. But I pour mine in as I go. See the steam? I pour the milk in as I go, mix it around little by little, just like this. I think I will use my other mixer. And I just kind of move that around and just mix it. And you really have to keep an eye on it once you feel like it's starting to thicken. You'll be able to tell. You really want to keep an eye on it, and then you want to turn your oh, I spilled some. Then you want to turn your burner. I am such a sloppy cook. Then you want to turn your burner down. Once it looks like it's almost ready to come to a boil, just kind of let it get going. But you really just kind of need to stay with it because you definitely don't want to scorch your gravy, because that will mess the whole thing up, and then you'll have to start all over again. I'm sure you guys don't want to do that. I know I wouldn't, so. I had a sister who used to try to make this all the time. And you know that girl even to this day cannot make white gravy? Not even to this day. Okay, we are boiling now. We are going to turn down. We're going to go down now to about medium. Then we're going to add probably maybe a little bit more milk. Let's see. Just a little bit. We're going to mix that in. Like this. What you want to do is you want to get it to the creamy texture, the texture that you want. If you want your gravy a little thicker, then don't put as much milk. If you want your gravy more of a gravy consistency, then add, keep it. You'll be able to tell. Just keep adding your milk, But take your time adding your milk, because if you pour that milk too fast, then you're going to have a slimy mess. So what you want to do is add, the key to making this gravy is adding your milk a little at a time. Now, this is pretty much done. I'm going to take you guys off, and I'm going to show you my gravy. You stir it a little bit. I'm going to take you off my camera stand. And, hello. And I'm going to take you to my gravy. And here, where we at, guys? I know you can see the stain. Here we, come on now, camera. Right? I am terrible with pictures. Terrible, terrible. There is the gravy bubbling right there. And that's what you want. When it gets to that consistency, shut her down. Take your stove, shut her down, shut it down and let it simmer. And that is good gravy. I'm telling you right now, good gravy. And honestly, sorry my finger got away. Honestly, this gravy is actually better than better than the store. Better than the store. Now, another thing I want to tell you about the gravy is, if you have gravy left over, what you want to do is, if you want to save it, put it in your refrigerator. But also what you want to do is, when you take it out, when you put it back on the stove, do the same thing as if you were making it. Slowly, very low burner. Then add your milk slowly until you get it back to that consistency that you wanted. Because once gravy sits, it will get very, very thick. It's just like pudding or anything else. It will get very, very thick. Anyway, that is enough of my story. I hope you guys got some interest out of this. And when I come back, I probably will show you how I make homemade pie filling, like our pudding pies, like our coconut, our chocolate, all those. And I hope that you enjoyed this program, and I do hope that I'll see you guys back. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching.